Are we live? Hi, it's Mark Homan from Paul's Photo and the Creative Photo Academy. We're Facebook Live today on day 50 of our Be Creative Challenge. I can't believe it's been 50 days. Did you guys all survive the whiskey last night and the tequila and the rum? That's right. So what are we doing today? We're here to help you make better pictures. And I'm going to take those of you who've been to boot camp with me. How many of you have been to boot camp? If you've been to boot camp, raise your hand. Give me a thumbs up. Give me an emoji. Give me a smiley face. Give me the little poopy guy. I don't care. But give me an emoji because we went to boot camp. And in boot camp, we talked about the creative triangle and the technical triangle. How our picture is best when we start with a story, build a subject, and then use the elements of the picture. In most of the Be Creative, we've talked about the technical triangle, shutter speed, f-stop on ISO. And one of the great things about Photo Bootcamp today is Photo Bootcamp is now online. So you can take it from anywhere in the world. So let's talk about my scene here. Let's go back to Photo Bootcamp. What is my story? My story is about the sunflowers. And why did I pick the sunflowers? Because for our day 50, I wanted something bright and cheery. I wanted something to uplift you. I was at the market last night thinking about my camera person here, my lovely wife, and she loves the sunflowers and they were so beautiful, so I grabbed them, brought them home today and thought, what a great subject. What is the story? What is the subject? The sunflowers. Now I need to build a picture. And what are the elements of our picture that we use, that we talked about in Photo Bootcamp? The lens, the light, the foreground, the background. Doggone it, my nose is itchy. Sorry about that. So I'm going to shoot today with my Nikon Z7. And it doesn't matter what camera you have. You're best off with a pro quality, full frame, mirrorless or digital SLR. The Nikon Z7 is my choice, whether you've got the Canon EOS R or the Sony A7. Those are all great cameras. 24 to 70, 2.8, or even the Panasonic S1. Full frame, mirrorless, that's the way to go, gang. 24 to 70 pro lens, f2.8. All the camera makers make this same lens. So I've got the 24 lens. It's a wide angle lens. And when I shoot with a lens, most of the time I shoot with the lens at either end. So 24 or 70. So I've got the 24 to 70 at 24 millimeters. I'm in here on my sunflowers. Minimum focusing on this lens is about a foot away. So right about here is where I'm going to get my minimum focus. My ISO is set to 1600. My f-stop is f5.6. And now I'm going to get a picture of all the sunflowers in the vase. It's a nice picture, right? You can see, right? And if you wanted to tell the story of the sunflowers, this might be the right choice. You guys have seen in my Be Creative pictures, a lot of times I'm using the 70 to 200 lens. Why do I like the 70 to 200 lens? Because at 200, once again, I'm using the edges of the lens. 200 millimeters, I'm about 5-6 feet away from the sunflowers. That's the minimum focusing distance. Now I'm focused in tight on the sunflowers. Right there. So I've got one or two sunflowers in the scene. And what I love about using the 200 millimeter lens and why I choose it for this kind of photography is I have a very narrow background. And if I shift the picture slightly, now I'm on to just the gray wall, the tan wall behind me. Or now here I've got the other sunflowers in the picture, but I've got a very narrow angle. And I like the look of this kind of a picture, right? And it's not better or worse, it's just different. There's the microphone. I knew that was going to happen. So look at this, live television. I love it. All right, I hope you guys can hear me now. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Yes or no? No? Yes? No? No, no, no. We're going to continue like you can hear me. So, now, 70 to 200 lens, back off. I want to use another lens that we use a lot in the Creative series, and that's the macro lens. And I use a macro lens so that I can get right in tight. Now when I'm using a macro lens, I have to use a tripod. Because when you're using a macro lens, the focus is so tight. Can they hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you guys. I really love it. Don't forget to send me those emojis. I like emojis. All right. So I've got my Gitzo tripod, the Gitzo ball head, the Acrotech slider, the macro lens. I always use a lens shade except for macro photography like this, because when I'm going to get super close to the flower, I throw a shadow here on my subject. So I've got the tripod physically as close as I can get, and now I'm going to use the slider to push in just a little bit more. That's the advantage of using the slider, and I can move the slider 2 ways, right, and get where I want on the flower. So I'm right here. Now, because I'm on the tripod, I can take the ISO and back off to ISO 400, f-stop 5.6. I've got my macro lens switched to manual focus, and I pulled in a little bit too close, so now I just need to back off. Oh, look at that. Awesome. Look at that. So now I've got flames from the little petals here on the right there. I got to pull back just a titch more. And that's why I love the slider so much, because otherwise you're moving the tripod, which is never a good thing. Look at that. Awesome. On manual focus at 5.6, ISO 400, my shutter speed's a 60th of a second, which for normal photography I may have a chance at, but for macro photography there's no way I can hold the camera still at a 60th of a second, because my breathing will cause the flower, the petals, to go out of focus. So now I've just moved over here. I need my glasses to focus, right? Just focus. I'm going to pull back just a little bit more. Right there. Right there. Awesome. Once again, the flame look in the pictures that I really like so much. Awesome. Now, I'm at f5.6. I'm going to open the lens all the way to 2.8. But because I'm so close on the macro, because of the bellows extension factor, I can't open the lens all the way to 2.8. The widest it'll go is to f4.5 right now. And then I'm going to stop down, f11. And the great thing about the mirrorless camera on the Nikon Z, I can actually see the focus shift as I close the lens down. It's such a powerful tool to get right in close that way. And now I'm going to move up to the top of the flower. Come on, focus, yes, right there, right here, beautiful. I want to pull back just a little bit, just did it like that, awesome. You know, if I was painting, I would be looking for happy little trees right now, but what I'm doing is I'm making flames out of the little pieces of the flower, right there, awesome. F8, ISO 400, gives me a 30th of a second. Once again, very challenging. Why did I set the flowers right here? You guys have seen me use this spot a couple times now. I love the beautiful soft light coming in through the window. The big window without direct sunlight gives me this soft light. But I have pretty strong shadows on this side of the flower. And if I don't like those, I'm going to change the light. I'm going to change the light by using, this is a ProMaster 5-in-1 reflector on the gold side. So now I'm bringing in extra light to fill in the shadows. It's such a powerful tool to use. And we can use this for all, oh, look at that right down here. I'm bringing in the light this way, right? And so because I'm seeing it, it's live, right? I can see it. And I'm going to scoot over. Oh, don't go away. Cheryl, you were looking at me. Is everything okay? All right, good. Any good questions?
Larry wanted to know who cut your hair.
No one cut my hair. I haven't had my haircut in a long time, but I just got out of the shower and it's all slicked back. I'm fast back today. You know, I wanted to go fast because we're going to do fast and live, and then we're going to go on a bike ride this afternoon, and I need it slicked back for that. So that's the answer to your question, Mr. Larry. Ask him if is Terry volunteering to cut my hair? Is that what I'm hearing here? Awesome. But you know what? Somebody very special to me says she wants me to get the longer hair, so I think I'm going to go with that for a while. Any other questions, Miss Cheryl?
A lot of people are saying hi.
Hi back. And I'm just playing with the different, I want to get over here and show you the difference with the light. So there we go. Awesome. Just like this. Now I'm going to bring the light in from the side. Look at that, how that just spunks up the light there. I love doing this kind of photography. And we've talked all along about exploring with your camera and how I'll set up a scene like this and spend 15 or 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe take 100 pictures with it. That to me is the fun of the camera. And that's why we brought the sunflowers today, to bring us the life, to bring us the joy, to bring some expression and some creativity into our lives.
Mary Jane wants to know what size is the reflector.
So this is a 32-inch reflector, Mary Jane. So they come in 3 sizes, 22, 32, and 42. For portraits, get the 42. This is the 32. I like this one for close-ups because it folds up and it'll actually go in my camera bag so I can take it out to the garden or take it to the backyard. Good. I appreciate the questions. Thank you. So we just want to be creative, gang. It's hard to believe it's day 50. We've made 50 awesome pictures together. And I love the way you guys are sharing your pictures. So please share your pictures. Hashtag Paul's Photo, hashtag Creative Photo Academy, and hashtag We're All Together. Because sharing the pictures, taking the pictures, doing this together is what's going to get us through. It's what's going to allow us to survive. It's what's going to allow us to thrive today in making these great pictures. So, oh my gosh, we're at about 12 minutes. We're getting over to the end of our time. Any last chance for questions? I want to invite you all, if you haven't done Photo Bootcamp is online. You're going to love it. The other thing you're going to see very shortly is Monday, Paul Van Allen from Nikon. Paul's Photo is sponsoring him to do a landscape talk on Monday. You'll see that. That's free. Coming next Friday, a week from today, Andrew Bernstein. He's been the photographer for the Lakers and the Kings for 20 plus years. And he's going to give an online talk for us on his relationship with Kobe and the book that they did together called The Mamba Mentality. It's going to be an awesome talk, well worth your investment, well worth your time. And Andrew is going to donate all the money that we give him back to the Mamba Foundation. It's going to be an awesome evening. It's going to be awesome fun, and you're going to get to see some great pictures, and you'll actually get to chat with Andrew online. It's going to be great fun. Any questions? Last set? We're going to go 5, 4, 3. Mark Coleman from Paul's Photo, the Creative Photo Academy, and the lab at Paul's Photo. Thanking you for tuning in. Thanking you for being part of it. Write me questions, mark@paulsphoto.com. We're out.